Hey, what's up, guys? Tom is back with another LinScents video. Today, I have a fragrance from a company that is based out in Spain. So, that being said, if you guys are new to this channel, maybe this is the first time you're watching me, and you're actually watching me. Maybe you were lucky enough and got that brand new Samsung S22 Ultra, which I can't wait to get. Maybe you're watching me on that new iPad, maybe that new iPhone 13 Pro Max, whatever it is much appreciated from this side of the camera to that side. So if you guys are watching, you like this type of stuff, hit those comments. Hit the comments and actually comment. I love waking up in the morning, reading the comments. They're pretty cool. It's a good way for me to keep in touch with you guys. And again, guys, like this, hit the subscribe button as well. Hit those likes. And we will keep on moving from there. And we are closing in on 2,300. We're about maybe another 1,500 subscribers away. You know, it is a slow and long process. But again, remember, if you've ever watched The Tortoise and the Hare, didn't matter how many times that rabbit flew past that slow little tortoise. At the end of the day, the tortoise was victorious. So again, remember, sometimes slow and steady wins the race, okay? So, man, it's been a while since I did a video. It's been about a week. And prior to the last video, I was getting ready to go on vacation to Mexico, Cancun, if you will. And man, what a beautiful place to visit. Beautiful blue waters, nice white sand, warm. Now, it wasn't quite warm every single day that we were there, but it was warm enough. And yesterday we got back into old Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and today it is bitterly cold. It is bad. It is cold outside. It's like 10 degrees. Bundle up, man. It's so hard to go from 75s, 80s, and then just like that down to like 10, 5 degrees. But, you know, before I get into this fragrance, if you guys are ever in Cancun, okay, you guys need any recommendations on where to stay, where to eat, what to do, honestly, take the bus. Take the bus and go venture out. See the city for what it truly is, besides just the nice resorts and stuff like that. Okay, go venture out. Check the rest of the city out. Go check out some of the small eateries, the small little mom and pop shops. Also, if you are in the need for a recommendation as far as resorts, go check out GR Caribe Salaris, okay? And when you're there, go check out, go to the restaurants, go to the buffet. If you guys ever get a chance, go check out the guy, Darvin, Ricky. Man, those two right there, those two are some special guys. Man, they've made that whole trip well worth every single penny. So if you guys are ever there, Cancun, go check out that resort, and then go check those guys out as well. So finally, let's get into the fragrance that I'm going to be discussing today, okay? This one, again, a fragrance brand out of Spain. So does that mean it's a Spanish company, correct? Am I correct on that? A Spanish company, okay? Out of Spain. I think that's correct, right? Is it? Is that correct? Yeah. Spanish. Spain. Out of Spain, okay? This one I bought at the duty-free store. Now, if you guys are questioning yourself, what is duty-free? Honestly, I think duty-free literally just means tax-free. Now, occasionally, some things were actually quite on the cheap side, or cheaper, if you will, than going into like the websites, going onto discounters. And this was one of those fragrances that I actually got for a better price than what I've checked on the actual website. So this one is from the house of Loewe, okay? This is called Loewe, okay? Now, when I first seen it, I was like, Lowe's? Loewe? So that's when you got to go on, research how to pronounce it, and it is Loewe, almost like the number 9, Loewe. But this is Loewe, and this is 001 for men, the Eau de Toilette. Now, I wanted that EDP. They do have an EDP variant of this fragrance, this exact one, 001. EDP was just a little bit more expensive. And honestly, I could have just paid the extra $14 and got it. But I was being cheap and bought this one. So again, right at that duty free in the Cancun airport. Actually bumped into Omarion as well. Cool guy too. If you guys ever see him in the open, try talking to him. He seems pretty cool. So that was a pretty cool little way to end the trip. Besides buying this, because this was the purchase on the way out. Didn't get to purchase anything while there, but that duty-free store, man. Especially, you know, I've been to the duty-free stores in Chicago and in Atlanta now. And honestly, the duty-free store in Cancun surpassed those two, and it wasn't even close. Now, if you are a fragrance lover like I am, you would be like a kid in a candy store at that store right there. They pretty much had it all. So, just, man. Lady actually came up to me, seen me smelling everything else, and she introduced this one, Loewe, okay? Loewe 01. Now, I did smell this yesterday, and the smell is the reason why I bought it. So, this is not a blind buy, but that was almost 48 hours ago that I've smelt it. So, this is kind of a catching up on this one. See a retake on this one. So there's the box. Nice little presentation. The box kind of looks like one of those cell phone boxes. Apple, yeah, I'm looking at you. Those little small ones because you don't want to put that charger in there. Samsung, I'm disappointed in you because you guys are copying them too much. But take a look at that. Opens up like a nice little book. And boom, the fragrance sits right in that little cubby, if you will, okay? Loewe 01, okay? Now, already looking at this. Hopefully this is not a crack in the bottle or the cap, but I don't think so. I think this might actually be made of real wood, maybe. Maybe it is a crack, who knows? There we go, see that crack. But this does feel like real wood, though. It's not like that plasticky feel. This feels like a nice, someone took their time, sanded these woods down, make sure it was extra smooth. But take a look at that cap. Actually has a decent weight to it as well. And then the overall bottle just looks pretty basic. But again, honestly, I like the basicness of these bottles sometimes. You know, they're so nice, easy to hold, easy to put in the pocket, okay? Even you guys that wear the tight jeans, be good to fit in those pockets as well. But Loewe 001. Here we go. Should have actually looked up. Ooh, look at that nice little attention to detail up there as well. Stamp of approval on top of that sprayer. But here we go. Let's see if this smells just as good as I remember. Again, I smelled it already. That's why I bought it. But let's see if it smells just as good. Or is that just a little trick they play on you with that little tester? Now, one thing I'm a little upset about that sprayer, okay? It did shoot out a lot of juice. However, it was just a narrow, it was like a narrow mist, which I guess you take it for what it's worth. But if you get like a nice mist, I'd rather have a more wide distribution. I guess that's just me. But then again, when you spray up here, and if you just shade, then you might be in the, you might get hurt. So who knows? But I kind of didn't like that. I wish it would have sprayed more width on the sprayer. But man, so this has almost like a, smells good too, you guys. It has like this fresh, kind of citrusy, kind of spicy, if you will. Like maybe a bergamot and maybe some cardamom, because I'm getting like this nice spice. Kind of reminds me a little bit, if you guys know. Ooh. So, man, it is really bright. It is bright. It is vibrant. It's citrusy. It's fresh. It's got this nice little spice. Now, it's not like your fresh spices like, you know, the herbs like the basil or rosemary like that. This is more of a sensual spice like a cardamom, which I'm thinking this is. Now, this kind of almost reminds me of this bad boy right here, if I still have it. Let me see if I can find it for you guys. And what the hell, it's somewhere in there. But the Art of Shaving, green cardamom. That's what it kind of reminds me of. That bright, citrusy, spicy, woody. There's some kind of wood in here too. Maybe sandalwood, because it has like this slight creamy texture to it as well. This creamy smell. Man. This stuff is nice, you guys. And when I first smelled it, I was like, yes, I got to take that one. It smells great. And I probably wasn't even really thinking with my head at the time too, because it's like, man, I'm getting this fresh fragrance that smells like it should be good for warm weather, and here I am walking into a 5-degree state, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 5 degrees today. But man, the citrus on here is very vibrant. It is very nice. You got this little bit of spice. Again, it's a nice sensual spice, okay? So think of this as like, man, you're the fresh guy, and like you're coming off fresh, but not fresh like everyone else. You got this freshness, but then you got this nice, slight, sexy spice right behind it, followed by a little bit of woods. Maybe there is a little bit of cinnamon in here. I'm not sure, you guys. I didn't even look at the note breakdown yet. Man, I am liking this one, you guys. This one is definitely going to be nice for that spring and summer weather conditions. Okay, now when I say summer, I'm not talking about the super high heat. Just with that spice that you get, that nice cardamom, sweet, sexy spice, that kind of says, hey, don't wear me in too much of high heat. To be honest, this screams more about like that, looking at about that 80, like maybe if you live in San Diego, this would be perfect because you guys know you guys got the best weather in the world. This stuff right here is going to be great for those weather situations. Loewe 001, man. The smell on this is just nice. Now, is this a mind-blowing fragrance? No, it's not. And honestly, a lot of times those fresh, citrusy fragrances are not one of those mind-blowing or, oh my God, head-turning fragrances. No, it might not even be that. You might not get compliments galore with this. But you know what? Anyone that gets close to you with this on is going to appreciate it. It's going to appreciate the way you smell. It smells great. Again, spring, summer, fall. Yes, you can wear this in fall too as well. You might not want to wear this outdoors in like the super cold weather. But you know what? If you're out in the fall, maybe it's like 50 degrees, you're spraying this on, then you go into like a building, you go into the church, you go into the mall. Go on, spray this away. You want to wear this to work? Go on, spray away. You want to wear this after the gym? Go ahead, spray away. This stuff smells good, you guys. And, you know, with this being an EDT, I was expecting, okay, as I sprayed, I did spray like 2 to 3 sprays, okay? And with most eau de toilettes, once you spray it, you give that thing about a good 2-3 minutes and your hand is almost dry looking, okay? You might not be able to see this, but look at that. That is a EDT, you guys. Look at that. Obviously, some high quality ingredients going into this, okay? This was $77 at the duty-free store. I think they're a little bit more pricey on their actual website now. Whether you can find these at discounters, Fragrance X, Fragrance Net, I have no idea. I haven't checked yet. But if you are maybe watching this in Cancun, maybe you're on your last day, maybe you're watching this somewhere else, maybe in Jamaica, maybe you're watching this somewhere in the Bahamas, somewhere down south, maybe you're on a beach right now. You're watching this because you finally got a little bit of that Wi-Fi to work. You're watching this fragrance review and you're like, man, what do I want when I get into that duty-free shop? You don't want your Pradas, you don't want your Gucci's, you don't want those. You want something new. You want something that no one else probably has. And honestly, I haven't seen many reviews on this fragrance at all. Go check this one out. Loewe 001 again. Nice, citrusy, spicy, woody. That's what you're going to get with this fragrance. Again, spring, summer, fall. Definitely not the brutal winter. You're not going to want to wear this. It's not really going to pierce through those cold weathers. But man, if you are indoors, maybe you drive a truck in the wintertime, go on, spray this away because you can control the climate anyway. So with that being said, I'm digging this one. I am definitely digging this one. This one definitely will get a little bit more spray time in the next couple of months. So be on the lookout. Maybe I'll do another kind of follow-up video on this. If you guys really want to see the follow-up videos, honestly, I really like doing a lot of the first impressions, because honestly, that is where we'll figure out most of the time if we like a fragrance. Now, yes, there are times where the dry down is the key. But my problem is with the dry down is that, honestly, when I get a fragrance, yes, I like a nice compliment. You smell great. Sometimes you spray just because you hope everyone else smells that, okay? The dry down, most people will not smell, okay? Now, you might get lucky and people are still smelling it while you're not smelling it, but for the most part, most people will smell that opening, that first blast. Whatever they smell would most likely be that opening, because, again, you might spray this on 10 minutes before a date shows up. They're going to smell that opening, okay? So, with that being said, again, I am definitely digging this fragrance. If you guys are digging this, go check it out. Go see if you can find it at the duty-free shop. Maybe find it on the store. They do have a website. I'll leave that down in the description down below. But there you guys go. Hope you guys enjoyed. And if you guys did, hit the likes, comment, subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Peace. Yeah.